Hi everybody, happy Monday. I'm really excited because we're going to start another great story today about people using trees in their community. The story that we're going to read today is called Mama Miti, and it's a true story. She was a real person that lived and used trees to help her community. So this story was written by Donna Jo Napoli, and the illustrator, the person who drew the pictures, was Kadir Nelson. Before we start reading today, I want to show you our learning target. Whoops. The learning target today is I can ask and answer questions about the main topic and key details in Mama Miti. So the first part is ask and answering questions. So I'll be stopping to ask questions or asking questions at the end. And if you have questions, you can think about what you wonder as well. And what are we going to ask and answer questions about? Well, the first part is the main topic. And the main topic means like what the book is mostly about and what the author is trying to tell us about the whole book overall, kind of like a big idea. And then the key details are small things that happen within the story. So events that happen or important characters or small things that happen that help us understand the big idea. Okay, so today I'm going to read the whole story just so we can get an understanding of the whole book. And then later this week, I'm just going to read parts of the story and we're going to dig a little deeper into those details, those parts. All right, so let's get started. Mama Miti. On the highlands of Africa, near forests and plains and a huge salt lick, Wangari was born. The face of Mount Kenya smiled down on her. People told stories of how, in the old days, sometimes the sun shone too bright, too long, and droughts came. Creatures suffered, plants wilted, people fought, so the men held ceremonies under the mugomo, the spreading, sacred fig tree, and the skies blessed them with shimmering rains to slake their thirst and water their farms. Village elders placed staffs from the figi tree between angry men, and enemies became friends. So there was a drought, which means that there wasn't a lot of rain, so everything was really dry. Wangari listened to these stories. That's how she came to love and respect trees. That's how she came to be wise in the tradition of her family and village, of her country and her continent. When Wangari grew up, she worked in the city, but she always remembered her roots. That means like where she came from. She planted trees in her backyard and sat under them to refresh her body and spirit. One day, a poor woman came from the western valley to see the wise Wangari. Her children peeked out from behind her at the smiling woman in the bright blue cloth with squiggles all through it, like tadpoles squirming in a pool. I have too little food to feed my family, she said. There is no longer a job for me in the timber mill, and I don't have any other skills. What can I do? Wangari took the woman's hands and turned them over. She took the children's hands one by one. These are strong hands. Here are seedlings of the muiru tree. Plant them. Plant as many as you can, and they will grow berries for you to eat. Vaya Nyamba, peace, my people. The woman and her children returned home and planted trees with their strong hands, one by one. In the years to come, when flowering season was over, the family ate the shiny round fruits. They shared with their neighbors who carried home the seeds, planted them, and grew their own muiru trees. Another woman came to visit the wise Wangari, as poor as the first. This one traveled from the mountains in the south. Her daughter stood beside her, thin as ropes. My daughters and I walk hours every day to find firewood to cook with. said the poor woman. "It takes so long, and we have no time for anything else. What can we do?" Wangari took the woman by the arms. "These arms are strong," she said. "Plant a tree. Here are seedlings of the mukinduri. This tree makes good firewood. Plant as many as you can. Thaya Nayamba, peace, my people." The woman and her daughters planted those seedlings. In time, the trees grew huge with many wide branches. The woman and her daughters cut branches for warmth. They shared their new seedlings with their neighbors, who carried them home and grew their own mukinduri trees. Word passed from woman to woman until all over Kenya, women knew about the wise Wangari. They came to her from every direction, one after another, as the years went by. "Our goats are starving," said a woman from near the northern desert. "I have barely enough food to feed my family. How can my husband feed the animals too?" "Plant a tree," said Wangari, "a muherengendi. The leaves are good animal fodder. Plant as many as you can. Thaya Nayamba, peace, my people." "My cows are sick," said another from the savannah. "I have no money to buy medicine for them." "Plant a tree. A muthakwa wa'athi. The leaves cure gall sickness in cattle." "Wild animals come in the night and steal my chickens," said a woman from the fishing village. She shook her head in worry. "Plant a tree, a mukawa. Its thorns will keep out predators." Thaya Nayamba, peace, my people. "My home fell apart," came the cry from another woman who had come all the way from the coast. "We have no shelter." "Plant a tree, a muluhakuha. The timber makes good building poles. Thaya Nayamba, peace, my people." Wangari told women to plant murigano, whose branches make good stakes for training yam vines. She told them to plant muhuti as a living fence around their animal yards. She told them to plant muigoya, whose leaves could be wrapped around bananas to ripen them. She told them to plant moringa for the pure joy of their beautiful white flowers. And when a woman from her own village came, lamenting that the water in her stream was too dirty to drink, Wangari told her to plant mukuyu, the giant sacred fig, the drinker of water, which acts as a nature's filter to clean the streams. Thaya Nayamba, peace, my people. Soon, cool, clean waters teemed with black wriggling tadpoles, like the one on Wangari's clothes, like the ones Wangari marveled at in the waters when she was small, when Kenya was covered with trees and animals, and when people lived at peace with nature. All over the countryside, the trees that had disappeared came back. Nairobi, the capital city, had been known as Kinuini, the place where there are many minu trees. Now it was Kinuini again. Kenya was strong once more, strong and peaceful. Wangari changed her country, tree by tree. She taught her people the ancient wisdom of peace with nature, and now she is teaching the rest of the world. She is known these days as Mama Miti, which means the mother of trees. A green belt of peace started with one good woman offering something we all can do. Plant a tree. Thaya Nayamba, peace, my people. The end. Hope you guys enjoyed that story. So I want you to think before I sign off about what was this book mostly about? What was the main topic? Yeah, it's mostly about how Mama Miti helped use trees to help her community and the different ways that the trees helped the people living with her, living in her community. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this story. We're going to dive more into smaller parts of it so we can really look at the details starting tomorrow. Bye, guys.